Foreigner, 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 foreigner. My bitch too foreign in the visa. I don't need her. Pull a drop top with a eater. Two-seater. New bitch wanna fuck in my AP. New freezer. I won't go take my pants.
Yo, we on. Are we live? What's up? So Boomski, welcome back to K&B Speaks. We're going to get right back into this Kenneka Jenkins follow-up recap, what really happened to her, 2024 update. If y'all didn't catch the last live, spin the block and go ahead and check that out, and then come back to this so you don't be lost. Kick, Twitch, we in the building, K&B Speaks, YouTube. This will be coming to you soon, so go ahead, tap in, tune in, and let's go.
Very jovial mood, ready to party the night away. Kenneka and her group of friends arrived at.
And if y'all don't know who Kenneka Jenkins is, she's a young teen who got found in the freezer years ago. Case never solved. I think everybody closed it or whatnot. And yeah, so we're just gonna get into this mystery of what happened to the girl who was found in the freezer, but there's no footage of it. So we got to get down to the bottom, and it's bottom of this. Excuse me, I'm tongue tied. And yeah, we're gonna figure out what's happening. So now that y'all caught up, we got into it. The last video is kind of long, so stay tuned. Get your popcorn, get your detective glasses, turn them spidey senses on. We're gonna figure out what happened. And please bear with this dude who's doing the commentary, cause you'll see what I'm talking about. We're gonna get back into this.
The Crown Plaza Hotel near O'Hare Airport at 1:13 a.m. They got on the elevator and headed to the 9th floor, room 926. Despite the room being relatively small, there was up to 31 people inside. Everybody was having a good time partying and dancing. This could be verified in the IG video that was posted online that also showed Kenneka as well. And at that moment, she seemed to be sober.
Yo, imagine if this would have happened 2024, 2022, when technology really was up there, you feel me? This was probably like I said, maybe 8 years ago. I can't really remember the time frame. Go back to the first video if y'all want to know the time, or just Google it. But it's just like social media is just always in something. Going live, Instagram posts, Facebook is always something with social media, man. It's like a blessing and then it's a curse. I don't know.
And completely fine. At 1:30 a.m., she sent a text message to her sister Lenore, and that would be the last time that the family would ever hear from Kenneka. According to her friend Irene, she only had 1 cup of Hennessy, but she noticed when they were sitting down talking, Kenneka started to sway back and forth. She could tell that Kenneka was a little tipsy, even though when she asked her about it, she denied it. But when she got up to walk across the room, Kenneka bumped into a table and knocked over a lamp. Her friends got up to grab her to make sure that she didn't fall before she laid across the bed and dozed off. She woke up at around 3 a.m. and told her friends that she was ready to leave. Monifa and Maya were ready to go too, and they all headed out. But when they were in the hallway, Kenneka noticed that she left her keys and other belongings inside. Monifa and Maya told Kenneka to just stand in the hallway for 1 second while they went back inside to get her stuff. But when they returned to the hallway less than a minute later, there was no signs of Kenneka. She was gone. Initially, they figured that she went downstairs to the hotel lobby or just went to go use the bathroom real quick. But when
my thing is, let's go back a little bit. They get ready to leave. She's ready to go around 3 a.m. She got her homies, compadres, amigas, whatever you want to call them, and they ready to skedaddle. They ready to get out. They ready to go, okay? And you mean to tell me you let a girl who you clearly can see is gone, faded, intoxicated, all right, go back by her lonesome? You should be like, nah, friend, stay right here with such and such. I'll go get your wooty woo, and we're going to go back. Why y'all let her go back? It's crucial moments like that that could save a life, a mystery, a mishap from happening. Why? Don't let things just flow because the vibe is just it. Nah, use your cabeza, use your brain, mija. I don't understand, man. I don't understand.
They checked the bathroom, she wasn't there, and when they went to the hotel lobby, nobody had seen her. Monifa and Maya headed back upstairs to room 926. Once inside, they announced to everyone at the party that they couldn't find Kenneka. It's said by people who were there that the partygoers kind of just shrugged off the announcement, saying that we're at a hotel, how far could she really be?
Check it out. At the end of the day, people who really care about you will never shrug your whereabouts off. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Party, church, work, the club, vacation, bar mitzvah, whatever the case may be, you're supposed to always show 100% concern 100% of the time. Yo, I feel like I'm coughing up blood. I ain't feeling too good. That is a concern, bro. You want to go to the hospital? Don't just keep, it's endo. Niggas said they can handle this, bro. Like, nah, you just can't go on with certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, a person is missing. 3 a.m., intoxicated, cute young girl. It should be horns going off in your brain like, oh, nah, we got to ship up into shape. At 15, 16, 17, 18, you get that common sense because you know how to sneak out the house. You know how to lie. You know how to be conniving. You have a conscience, so you know right from wrong, right? I'm just saying.
According to Kenneka's friend Bree, who had came to the party with the original group of girls, but decided to stay after Kenneka requested to leave, she pulled Monifa and Maya to the side and questioned them about Kenneka. But after having a conversation, they all agreed that she would probably show back up to the room at any second. But as the minutes continued to pass, nobody came to the door. Eventually, the three friends decided that they needed to go find Kenneka and that something was wrong. Between the hours of 3:30 a.m. and 4:30 a.m., they would be seen on CCTV footage, scouring the hallways of the hotel in a search for Kenneka. After failing to locate her, they returned to the party, asking for help. That's when two men decided to help in the search, T.Y. and Peasy, but they still couldn't find Kenneka. Now,
so I give them that. You know, they did try to look and see what's going on with their friend or whatever, but I just feel like letting her go away by herself at any moment at that, you know, intoxication level is just crazy to me, bro. It's not making any sense. And I hope y'all can hear me good because my soundboard is acting up right now. But yeah, I'm not understanding why. I don't know. But we're not going to pause too much because this is a long video. So I'm just going to stop on crucial moments from here on out. But I just got to put that 2 cents in, bro. Like, why y'all let her go? My geyser.
she was really missing. On September 9th, 2017, Teresa Martin was sound asleep at her home on the west side of Chicago, trying to recover from multiple sessions of chemotherapy, attempting to fight off the breast cancer that she had been diagnosed with. But she would receive a phone call from Kenneka's friend saying that they couldn't find her and that her daughter was missing. The person on the phone told Teresa that they had the keys to her vehicle, but said nothing about having Kenneka's cell phone. Teresa was completely blindsided, and what she was being told didn't make any sense. She immediately hung up and called Kenneka's cell phone, and that's when another friend answered, saying that she was the one that had possession of it. Teresa started to question the friends about her daughter, why they had her cell phone, and why they were driving her vehicle. She told them to bring all of Kenneka's belongings to her house immediately. When they finally arrived at Kenneka's mom's house, they pleaded with her, saying that they didn't have anything to do with Kenneka going missing and that they were sorry that all of this happened. Teresa responded to the girls by saying that she was upset because if they were all friends, they should have been looking out for one another and that they should have made sure that Kenneka was safe. She also said that she wasn't blaming them directly, but everybody who was in the hotel room last night was a suspect in her eyes. The girls then told Teresa that they tried to report Kenneka missing to the hotel staff in the lobby, but they threatened to call the police and kick them out. After listening to what the girls had to say about the night before, Teresa would speed to Rosemont, Illinois, desperately trying to find her missing daughter. But when she arrived at the Crown Plaza, Teresa claims that she was met with a cold shoulder by the hotel staff. She told them that her daughter was missing, and the last place that she was reported was here at the Crown Plaza Hotel. The hotel manager responded by saying that they had no records of Kenneka being a guest there, and if she's a missing person, that's considered a police matter, completely out.
Okay. Right here and there. When you spend your money at an establishment, you feel me, like a check-in, Airbnb, rental car, they're gonna hound you for your ID. Are you liable to pay these payments? Are you responsible? Wooty woo woo woo. But when it comes to something coming up missing, package is damaged, missing, food is not good, food is cold, you know, you had a bad experience. I call this the old lady mouth. They get tight-lipped, you feel me? They don't want to do nothing about it. They like, it is what it is, my dude. That's a police matter. Or that's a department matter. You got to call corporate matter. It wasn't corporate when I was staying here. It's not corporate when I mess up y'all bed and y'all charge my bill for it. This is a human life missing, right? So it's like the measures they go to get stuff out of you is never the effort they put to help you. And that's sad when you in a world like that. It's always business, you know, over morality. And it's blowing minds how nonchalant people could be about a human life missing. I don't care how old you are. If you are missing, clock is ticking. Missing, clock ticking. Ding, ding, ding. Like, bro, people are just so, ugh.
Out of their control. They instructed Teresa to file a missing persons report and said that they couldn't let her see any camera footage without it and that it was against the law to do otherwise, although Teresa would later learn that this was a complete lie. And when she contacted the Rosemont PD, she was once again met with resistance. They told her that she needed to wait longer in order to file a missing persons report because Kenneka was an adult and there's so many possibilities of things she could have done or places she could have went.
Question: what is the best e-commerce business to start?
I hate to bring,
Today. Is it-
you know, race into all this, but let's just keep it a buck, you heard? Let's keep it a $1.50. If Kenneka was Kelly Smith missing in Los Angeles, staying at the Beverly Hills Hilton, in whatever you call it, the Beverly, where Whitney Houston died, rest in peace, the energy, I swear, would be a lot different. It'll be on Channel 2 News. We're going to have SWAT team out there. We're going to have NSTS, CSI, the whole team pulling up, you heard? It's going to be broadcasted on all national syndications. We're going to get Amber Alerts. We're going to get all of that. You know what I mean? But this is Chicago, more urban situation, scene. She could be anywhere. She's just da-da-da-da. Not saying that's what they said, but I know that's what they're thinking, bro. I know that. I know that.
Yes, I'm at the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport, and I was calling because my daughter came to to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends, and now her friends, they said that they left on the front of the hotel, and she's not able to be found now. She's 19 years old.
And you said that and you said the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport?
Yes.
Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses, or, you know, she's probably...
No, actually, because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance will not pay for nobody, no one besides her. My daughter, she was with 3 of her friends, but her 3 friends said, which then, you know, these kids won't tell the truth. They said that they went upstairs to get her cell phone. And when they went to get her cell phone, she was standing in the lobby, in the front lobby. And then when they came back down, she wasn't there anymore.
The one issue we have, and it's not necessarily that it's an issue, but she is an adult. She is 19 years old. But what I'm saying is that...
No, motherfucker. What I'm telling you is my daughter is missing. This is not like her. I don't know where she's at. It's a party. It's mad people. There's a lot going on right now. I need y'all to send somebody over there ahora. Okay? That's it. Don't try to rebuttal what I just told you, bro. Pardon me. I'm still a little whatever from the wear your mask. But I'm just like, these operators get me tight. Like, God forbid, if I ever have to report anything missing, I might as well just go to the news because the cops is not going to help you. You know, they're not going to help you. You feel me? So it's just like, she's trying to tell them, yes, she is 19. No, she's not with a friend. She's with her friends, bro. All of them. Where else could she be? She got another set of friends that she could be out. No, she with them already. That's what I would have said. She's already with them. Bunch of teenagers chilling, kicking it, drinking, which is illegal. So go ahead and check that out. I can't see nothing else about a missing case. Check out the illegal drinking. You feel me? So that's my biggest problem. But anyway, I'm going to get back to what this motherfucker got to say.
Is that she's only been gone for a couple hours. I don't know, maybe she could be somewhere with one of her friends or something, because, I mean, it is only a couple hours since you hadn't seen her, correct? Or since her friend supposedly hadn't seen her?
Correct. Let's say about 3 to 4 hours now. I'm so sorry, sir, but I just want to know, is it possible that maybe they can look at the cameras and see, it's because they send the police out here and ask them to look at the cameras and see if they've seen her on their cameras around that time?
I was about to say, even if I did send an officer, it would take a little bit in order for us to get the camera footage and for us to pass it on.
Even though it's gonna take mad time, send them to get the ball rolling now. These niggas is lazy, bro. They getting me tight. Like, you hear this desperation in her voice? This is a concerned parent. This is not an ACS case where the mother be out smoking and chilling, drinking, don't care what her kids is at. This is somebody who is concerned, bro. Take it seriously. Oh, yeah, we could check the cameras. Y'all want to check cameras for people stealing out of Walmart. Y'all quick to have SWAT pull up, arresting people for stealing out of self-checkout, but y'all can't pull up on somebody 3 a.m. and their daughter's missing. I don't understand that. You know how many shoplifting videos I've watched of people getting mauled to the ground like they done bodied somebody over a watermelon and a shirt that they scanned at the self-checkout? Okay, it's stealing, but are they not harming nobody but the company that they overprice anyway? I don't blame them. They stealing because they're hungry. They need it. They ain't got no money. Ain't no money in these 9-to-5 jobs. Y'all know that. But y'all quick to push back a trial where it's life and you know what? You know what I mean? Like, if I go into Walmart right now and I pull up with mad bags and I go to that self-checkout and do my wooty woo woo woo, detective's gonna take me to the back and I'm detained over a couple of grapes and maybe a pack of batteries. They go hard for minuscule things. Google these words, trying to expand your vocabulary. These reactors don't be doing that for y'all. They gonna keep you dumb. Shout out to all of them though, but Google it. So it's just baffling to me, like, bro, y'all take stealing illegal lights out in the car so hard. You know how much it is to skip fare in New York? They charge you $100 for skipping fare because it keep going up. So they're going to keep skipping even more. And this stupid governor that we got now trying to put it to $200. They're going to be flying over the turnstiles. Going under. No matter how much you build it up, there's going to be a way to get in. We are New Yorkers and we're going to know how to finesse that system. MTA, I'm sorry. And they unreliable anyway. You're going to be late 2-3 times out of the week anyway taking MTA because they play too much. But I digress.
On to the detectives division. Well, again, the only thing I would suggest maybe is just, give her a couple hours. She could have went somewhere with one of her other friends. I mean, and who knows what her friends are saying is true. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You could tell not to be saying. You could tell it don't sound right.
Teresa would be back and forth between home and the hotel all day, searching.
And I don't want to just go hard on this police dude. He's not even a cop. He's an operator. I understand the calmness and you want to think for the best, but we live in America. We live in a country, a world where all things are not bliss. This ain't Alaska. Let's be real. This ain't Nebraska where it's 10 people in the town. We talking about Chicago. And we got to take things a little more seriously when it comes to people, their life. Why do we have to wait 48 hours to get a missing case going. Why? In the first 48, they got to solve the person. So why we have to wait 48 hours to do that? We trying to prevent them being on first 48. Why? Y'all need to change that protocol. Yeah, we got a lot of runaways. We got a lot of this and that. But in between, there's a lot of people that get off the clock being ran out because y'all took too long to take it seriously. You feel me? Gabby Pateo, that whole situation could have been avoided had the police did their job correctly and not just went off of face value. You feel me?
For answers about Kenneka, but according to her, the hotel staff at the Crown Plaza and the Rosemont PD didn't seem really interested in helping at all. Eventually, during one of their visits to the Crown Plaza that day, Kenneka's sister Lenore was finally able to get some traction. At about 12:30 p.m., the Rosemont PD finally allowed her to file a missing persons report for her sister. But they told her that it couldn't be done over the phone and that she would have to come down to the police station. After filing the paperwork with the Rosemont PD, she returned to the Crown Plaza Hotel to let them know that she now had a valid missing persons report and was requesting to see the camera footage from the previous night. But they once again told her that they wouldn't be able to assist her because she didn't have a valid missing persons report number. And at that very moment, Lenore received a call from the Rosemont PD to let her know that the missing persons report that she filed was invalid because she didn't sign the paperwork. She begged the officer on the phone to come down to the Crown Plaza Hotel to offer her some kind of assistance in looking for her sister. Eventually, the officer agreed and went to the hotel. Kenneka's sister repeatedly requested that he check the video camera footage from the night that she went missing. She stated that he went inside of the office for all of 5 minutes before coming out of the room and saying that there was no footage of Kenneka ever entering or exiting the hotel. Lenore knew that this wasn't true, but her only choice was to accept the information that she was given. As she was leaving the hotel, she called her mom and told her what the officer said. After receiving that news, Teresa returned to the Crown Plaza at about 5 p.m. And this time she wasn't taking no for an answer. She wasn't asking the hotel staff for help. She decided to take matters into her own hands. And she wasn't alone. Along with her daughter Lenore came Irene, whose party was held the night before that Kenneka attended. She was there to help with the search, along with T.Y. and Peasy, who had also helped to look for Kenneka the night before. They started on the 9th floor, going room to room, banging on the doors, asking people had they seen Kenneka. The hotel staff told them that they were disturbing the peace, and that if they continued, they would have to call the cops. The search party ignored the hotel staff's request and continued to go down each floor banging on room doors trying to get information about Kenneka. Eventually, the police showed up and gathered everybody in the lobby trying to get to the bottom of what was going on. Teresa explained to the officers that she had been coming back and forth to the hotel all day trying to get information about her missing daughter. But according to the people that were there, the officers didn't seem too interested in Kenneka being missing. They were treating them like they had done something wrong and like they were the suspects. They began to ask them did they have records and hadn't they been arrested before.
Yo, this is what I mean, bro. This is what I mean. If it was Kelly Smith, Rebecca Jones, Tabitha Gray missing, the parents would not be questioned. Do you have a record? When was the last time you got locked up? Those questions wouldn't even come out the mouths of these officers. It would be, yo, my condolences. I got a daughter too, you know, so I understand your situation, dude. We're going to do our best to bring your daughter home. It would be those type of situations. And it's blowing minds that the people who trying to help are getting treated like suspects, bro. Some of the kids, maybe, the teens, but not the parent, the family. And you making them feel like what they doing is wrong and they just going to want to stop. But nah, when you got that tenacity, like her mother does, you just got to keep going and go over the authorities because you can't get through them. You got to go over them in order for ish to get done, you feel me? Especially when you're not a gringo.
In Rosemont, that's when Teresa said, why isn't the focus being put on finding her missing daughter? Why are they the ones being questioned? And that's when the police started to ask them questions about Kenneka, like her appearance, her height, the clothing that she had on the night of her disappearance. According to Irene, there was an individual.
At the end of the day, when she talked to that dispatcher, that should have been his first 5 questions. What's her name? How tall is she? What does she look like? What did she last have on? Just in case, so I could keep a note of it in case we have a missing person. Bro.
Individual in the hotel lobby at the time of all of the commotion. A trans woman who claimed to have seen Kenneka the night before at the lower level of the hotel with a group of men. But according to Irene, the police completely ignored her and act like they didn't hear anything that she said. This individual was verified to be at the hotel around the time of Kenneka's disappearance. They were captured on CCTV footage. After getting information about Kenneka from family and friends, the cops told them that they had to leave the hotel, but that they would search the premises, and told Teresa that they would update her if they found anything. And just 3 hours later, Teresa would get a phone call that would change her life forever. It was the Rosemont Police Department, letting her know that they had just found her daughter at the lower level of the hotel dead inside of a freezer. It said that she was found by 2 officers at 12:30 a.m. She had trouble processing what the officer was telling her. It just didn't make any sense.
Now that guy who was at the lower level said something was going on at that lower level. Why was that not further investigated? That's what I want to know. Second, I feel like all of this could have been avoided had the homies not left her. But, besides that, had they kept looking and got the assistance they needed and looked at the cameras, they probably could have caught her before she completely, got sent up top. It don't happen instantly. You got to be in there a good few hours, maybe an hour. She could have possibly had, a chance at life, is the point I'm making. Has she been found immediately, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, maybe, but hours, it's going to mess you up unless foul play happened and she was put in there. Allegedly.
When Teresa arrived back at the hotel, she asked the detective in charge would it be okay if she seen her daughter, and the detective replied by saying yes, it would be okay, but hours would go by and Teresa wouldn't hear anything else until a sergeant walked inside of the office and told Teresa that she wouldn't be able to see her daughter because it was against protocol. She claimed that he was very rude and wasn't helpful at all. After he told her she wouldn't be able to see her daughter, Teresa asked for his name and his badge number, which made him feel away. After that, he agreed to let her see her daughter's body, but said that he had to talk to the coroner first to make sure that it was okay. Another 5 hours would pass before Teresa would get word that it was okay for her to go see her daughter, but it came with restrictions, telling her that she could only bring one other person, she couldn't take any pictures, and she couldn't touch anything because it was an active crime scene.
Well, I can't
as soon
take a
as
picture,
Teresa
though.
walked inside of the kitchen area, she immediately broke down. Although she didn't directly see her daughter, she did see the white body bag on the stretcher, and that was enough to send her into hysteria. That moment would be captured on hotel security footage, followed by the cops on scene, who don't seem too sure
Is
of
he
what to do
laughing?
or what to say to the grieving mother. After regaining her composure, she asked the detectives could she at least look at the crime scene to try to understand what happened to her daughter. They told Teresa that it was an open and shut case. Kenneka was intoxicated. She stumbled to the freezer and accidentally locked herself inside. There was no signs of her being taken advantage of in any way, so it would be ruled an accidental death. He did tell her that one of Kenneka's shoes was off, and she did have a few scratch marks on her body. He said that her taking the shoe off was a side effect of hypothermia, and the scratch marks probably came from her bumping up against the wall while intoxicated walking through the hotel. But Teresa was well aware that hypothermia side effects would cause a person to take off all of their clothing, not just one shoe. When she entered the freezer where Kenneka was found, she noticed that the door locked from the outside. Plus, there was a white lever inside of the freezer that she could have pushed that would have simply opened the door. So she felt there was no way that her daughter actually locked herself inside. Something else happened. Then she started asking questions about the camera that was above the freezer that Kenneka allegedly walked into on her own. The detective responded by saying that this particular camera wasn't on during that time. Teresa stated that it seemed like the more questions she asked about the crime scene,
It's always convenient when I watch a lot of See No Evil, so it does happen when the camera that you want got the crime happening, it don't work. But it's just like this. It's just too much things that's just not adding up, bro. Like, really, look. This wind is taking me out, but like, yeah, and I'm freezing in here. My PC's shooting out mad air. But it's like, yo, every time I ask a question, it's like nothing. I can't get nothing out of these people, bro. And I just feel so bad. Like, I want to wrap my arms around her mom and just give her mad hugs. Like, yo, I feel you, man. I believe you. Like, they should have did more, yo. They should have did more. They should have done more. And the fact that she can't take a photo, I don't understand why not. Why not? And I understand not touching the crime scene, but why she can't take a photo? Third of all, brushing up a wall, unless it's highly abrased with some type of rough coating, paint, finishing, there's no way scratches is gonna just be on you like that. Like, I done brushed up a few walls in a state and didn't get no scratches. Maybe a bruise from falling, maybe a ding from knocking my head against something, but not a scratch. And normally scratches are defense wounds on the suspect, not the victim. So in this case, it could have been a female who normally have nails in a fight with said person and giving each other scratches, because normally the victim leaves the scratches. So it's just so many plays you could think about this. Or male who could have long nails as well, but it's just something that's off. It's very, very off. And I'm just not, math ain't mathin'. It ain't mathin'.
The more frustrated the officers on scene got. It didn't seem like she was getting treated like a grieving mother. She was getting treated like a suspect, and didn't understand why they decided not to take fingerprints. Teresa stated that she found it odd that law enforcement was trying to close the case immediately, as well as determining the cause of death and accident on scene without doing a proper autopsy. She left the hotel that day still cloudy surrounding the information of what happened. The only thing she knew for certain is that she had lost her daughter, and she was desperate to know why. So she decided to go to the only place where she felt like she had a voice: social media. She made numerous IG live videos and Facebook posts demanding justice for her daughter. Her posts would get thousands of likes, shares, and retweets, and the story started to pick up steam on the internet. Celebrities, blog sites, and major news outlets began to report on the mysterious death of Kenneka Jenkins.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
I'm telling you, man, it was big. It was very big. Like, it was just so many questions.
How did Kenneka Jenkins wind up in a freezer? CBS 2's Sandra Torres is live at the Rosemont Police Station tonight.
But the death over the weekend of 19-year-old Kenneka Jenkins is casting a long shadow over the town's good news.
Obviously a tragedy. This 19-year-old gal has lost her life.
After Jenkins was discovered missing after attending a birthday party on the 9th floor of the Crown Plaza Hotel late Friday night, her body was discovered early Sunday morning in a freezer in the basement of the hotel.
Her mother was hoping that all of the news coverage would help bring justice for her daughter. Dozens of protests would take place in Chicago, demanding for Kenneka's case to be reopened. And during this time, she would receive an ally, a man named Andrew Holmes. She stated that she had never met him before, but when he introduced himself, he said that he was a part of the Chicago PD special unit, and that he was there to help her get answers about her daughter's death. He presented himself as an ally, and in her vulnerable state, Teresa was willing to take any help that she could get in regards to her daughter. She went to a meeting at the Rosemont Police Department about keeping her daughter's case open. Teresa was accompanied by her lawyer, but she said for some reason, the sergeant at the meeting found it very disrespectful that she came with legal counsel. She left that meeting making no progress in her daughter's case.
At the end of the day, motherfucker, this is America. We can always protect ourselves, right? Don't you say you have the right to an attorney when you read the Miranda rights, right? She don't trust ya. Obviously, I would bring an attorney too. Y'all are not to be played with or trusted in situations like this. Y'all mad because she brought protection? She's smart for doing that, because at the end of the day, the way y'all twist words in them interrogation rooms and get false confessions and then build up lies and make it sound true so you could get solved. Try not to curse on here because I'm putting this on YouTube. But it's just like, bro, you feeling away, so you kind of dismiss it like, we don't want to go on with this meeting because she brought a lawyer. She think we the ops. Y'all probably all the motherfucking ops. Motherfucker. Like, yo. Let me decompress. At the end of the day, she's trying to get a problem solved. She can never get her daughter back. We already passed that. Now we got to figure out what happened, why it happened, and when it happened. That's all she needs to get the disease and sleep at night for the rest of her life. How will you feel if something happened traumatic to your child or your loved one and you never got the answers for it? And there's a lot of people out there who's dealing with that. Biggie, one of them. So that just got me heated.
A day later, she would once again be contacted by the Rosemont PD. They told Teresa that they needed Kenneka's cell phone in order to look through it for possible evidence. She also claims that they told her that they had the video of Kenneka walking inside of the freezer, but she would have to come down to the police station in order to view it, and she had to come by herself, no lawyers. Teresa said that she didn't feel comfortable doing that, and they told her that she wouldn't be able to view the video of her daughter. That's when Andrew Holmes stepped in and said that he would go down to the Rosemont PD on her behalf. Not too long after this interaction, she would receive another phone call from Andrew Holmes saying that he had just watched the video of Kenneka walking inside of the freezer and it was simply an accident. He then told her that she needed to get online and report this new information so all of the protesting would stop because the hotel was starting to lose a lot of money. Teresa stated at that very moment she knew she could no longer trust Alex as an ally, and even though initially—
What the fuck? It be your own people, bro. It be your own people. You got this Sambo looking motherfucker standing up there thinking that she's about to get a friend, a person who got some melanin to assist her in this case, and he working with them all along. He was a plant. He was a plant to get her calm. I got a brother man on my side. I can trust him. We can link up and we can do things. But once he said he seen her go into the freezer, first of all, there is no footage of her going into the freezer. We see her stumbling around the kitchen area, but I didn't know freezer. First lie. Second, effed up situation that he put her in is tell everybody the case is solved and so they can stop all the protesting. The hotel losing money. Nigga, what? I don't give a fuck about no hotel losing no motherfucking money. Are you crazy? Everybody ain't your friend. And everybody ain't your partner. When they say I got you, I got you.
Initially, she would reject this request to call for an end to the protest. Eventually, she would agree and call for an end due to the fact that she didn't want any violence to take place between the protesters and the police.
You're no longer going to have to deal with tenants and toilets and headaches and contractors. What you are going to do.
And Mr. Holmes, you a buster for that, bro. You a mark ass nigga. You are a buster for that, bro. You should have just kept your monkey ass mouth closed. If you knew you was a snake in the grass, you already filthy. Why you had to get dirty with him? Huh? Talking about the hotel losing money. No money. It's a cheap ass telly anyway. It ain't no Hilton. It ain't the Hyatt. Feel me? Ain't no Holiday Inn going on. A Crown. Nigga, anything that starts with Crown is cheap. Crown fried chicken. Crown, Empire, and all of them shits is sleazeballs, tellies. Let's keep it a buck.
Holmes called my phone. He told me to get on. He said, what you should do is get on live and make a live and tell them that you saw the camera of Kenneka walking.
Look at son's shoulders. Look at his head. He offset. He not even built right. He not even built right. 70s is way in that. His hairline is still in the 70s because it's not here. It's not. It didn't make it to the 20th century, the 21st century. His from the forehead back, he in the 70s. This shoulder still in the 80s, and then this one is in the 2000s. He ain't built right. You can never trust a man who ain't built right.
Into the freezer. He said, because the hotel is not making no money. They want us to stop this. They want us to stop. They want it to stop.
Me looking at the video, she was trying to find her way back upstairs to the lobby. And she was checking the doors, and she was checking other doors, just trying to find her way back upstairs. So in saying that, she was walking forward where all of the video cameras caught her every movement, and I watched her as she went through the other door, and at the same time, she went through an unsecured area.
Not to mention the multiple people that came to her presenting themselves as community leaders. Without Teresa's knowledge, they would set up donation accounts under Kenneka's name, then pocketing all of the money and leaving the people who donated feeling scammed. Teresa stated that she never told anyone to take money on her behalf, and the only thing she was ever concerned with was justice for her daughter. But it wasn't clear if that would be possible. The more footage that came out from the hotel that night, the more conspiracy theories grew. There were so many different characters and so many potential suspects. There was video of different unidentified security guards that was at the hotel the night of Kenneka's disappearance. And according to those who have studied the Kenneka Jenkins case, it's the actions that they were caught on security footage doing. One security guard was caught sprinting through the halls around the time of Kenneka's disappearance. He seemed to be in a very frustrated state, and it's not very clear exactly what the issue was, and the hotel had no record of any incidents being reported. Another security guard was caught going room to room. It seems as if he was trying to open the door, but he had towels in his hand as if he was trying to give them to the guests. Some people pointed out that it seemed odd for a security guard to be the one giving out towels when that's usually a housekeeping job.
Facts.
Along with the fact that there was multiple reviews of people saying that a strange man tried to enter their room at night. One individual claims that the hotel gave this person described as the strange man a key to every room in the hotel. A number of videos begin.
Hold on, let me read this. I want to go back real quick. Let me read that real
quick. One giving out towels when that's usually a housekeeping job.
Someone unrelated tried to open my hotel room door at midnight. They had a key too. Apparently the front desk thought my room is empty. Worse, this happened again 3:30 a.m. in the morning. There are so many wrongs at all levels. You know how scary that is? Trying to get in your room 3:30 in the morning? You better have your peace, cause I'm gonna be like Medea, peace is still, peace be still. Okay, that Smith & Wesson gonna cock. You got your cock in your hand, I got my cock in my hand. All right, stop playing with me, yeah.
Along with the fact that there was multiple reviews of people saying that a strange man tried to enter their room at night.
Whatever you do, do not stay here. If you value your personal safety, the first morning of my stay, I was greeted by a strange man coming into my room as I was getting into the shower. Apparently, the hotel had given a strange man a key to my room. I screamed and slammed the door shut, but my sense of safety was absolutely violated. After calling the front desk, they said that it was an accident and it wouldn't happen, but I don't know how you can possibly give someone. First of all, I feel like something's off with this hotel. This hotel is just sus. First of all, multiple incidents where a man is coming into the room. It's not a lady. It's not a kid. It's not an elderly grandpa. Whatever the case, it's a strange young guy probably who's very mobile, whose athleticism is A1 because he can run around and get going quickly. So we know it's not an elder. Right? And Secondly, where's the footage of this man getting into the room so you can pinpoint who it is to see if it's the same person? Are they purposely staying in this hotel? Do they work for this hotel? Is it an inside job? People are sick. Yo, I got a homie, man. He work at the Crown Plaza. Not me. He can get us keys. Not me. A lot of bitches, girls up in there turned up a lit. We get in the room 3 a.m. Papa Mickey in and out. We good.
One individual claims that the hotel gave this person described as the strange man a key to every room in the hotel. A number of videos began to show up on YouTube of internet detectives pointing out clues in the security footage of the Kenneka Jenkins case. Some people believe that there was show up on YouTube.
Say, upon walking into the hotel, it has a stuffy smell. That'd be the worst. This property must be in the middle of a renovation. Stayed on the 5th floor and has a very strong odor of formaldehyde or something like it. Patches of mud and joint treatment randomly. I told you there was a cheap telly, man. I told y'all. Just from the name, I knew it was cheap. I'm not from the Chicago, never been to Illinois. I just know when something starts with Crown, Empire, Royal, is 9 times out of 10 cheap. I think we got a Crown Inn in Brooklyn somewhere. Don't ask me how I know about it, but I just know. So I knew it wasn't giving Hilton the W vibes. You feel me? You know, like anything like that. It didn't give 4+ and up.
YouTube of internet detectives pointing out clues in the security footage of the Kenneka Jenkins case. Some people believe that there was a hand that reached out for Kenneka as she was going around the corner in one of the hallways on the CCTV footage, while others stated that it wasn't Kenneka at all and that the video wasn't even real, and that it was just a cover-up for something much more larger and sinister that was going on. But what can be verified with 100% certainty is that Kenneka Jenkins was seen on security footage, looking as if she was in a sedated state, stumbling through the hallways trying to find her way, as if she was inside of a maze that she couldn't figure out or escape. There would also be another individual added to the list of potential suspects and suspicious characters. Videos on the internet would refer to him as the morgue guy because he was seen handling the body in the kitchen with the police. But when everyone left the room, he would turn to the camera, staring at it in a very ominous, and some would say suspicious manner. And what makes this individual even more interesting is that he would later be arrested with someone else who was connected with the case. The trans individual who was trying to talk to the police on the night that they were questioning Kenneka's mom when she was trying to tell the officers that she seen Kenneka on the bottom floor with a group of guys, but was completely ignored. The charges that they were arrested for was unrelated to the Kenneka Jenkins case, but people still found the connection to be extremely odd. One of the most
and see why they didn't take that tip. It's like they bypass leads that could potentially lead to something. That's why it's called a lead. Why I didn't hear homegirl out? Why? Cause y'all the cops. Y'all know everything. Y'all got it all planned. Y'all got it all solved. Y'all cut a deal. Allegedly.
Infamous pieces of evidence was an Instagram live video taken by her friend Irene. But this theory would quickly be disproven because that IG live video was taken before the one that showed Kenneka at the party, seemingly completely sober and okay. Conspiracy theorists would say that if you listen closely, you could hear Kenneka screaming in the background before Irene turns up the music to drown out her voice.
I am enjoying myself. I'm out here. I'm telling you. What's up? You riding with me or what? Boy, you tripping. Check it out.
Oh.
Yeah! The Crown Plaza would offer to pay for Kenneka's funeral, but her mom said she had to turn it down because they never formally apologized. and she didn't believe that they really even cared. After Kenneka's autopsy was complete, it stated that she passed away from accidental hypothermia, but it was also discovered that she had a substance in her system called topiramate. It's used to treat epilepsy and seizures, but it's also known to increase the effects of alcohol and hypothermia. But this was odd, because people who were at the hotel claimed that they never seen Kenneka partake in any party substances. In December of 2018, Teresa Martin would file a $50 million wrongful death lawsuit against the Crowne Plaza Hotel. The widespread media coverage that the Kenneka Jenkins case received was highly unusual. During a time where thousands of young black girls go missing every day and it's underreported, if it's reported at all. But Kenneka's case got a lot of attention. Although in spite of this attention, to many people whatever happened at the Crowne Plaza on that night remains an unsolved mystery. But despite the uncertainty surrounding the case, internet conspiracies continue to run wild.
White hoodie, blue jacket. He could see Kenneka through this little window right here. This window supposedly also has a person in it, and that's why it's black right there. Now Kenneka's gonna walk in this door, and you're gonna see him look for her just a little bit, and once he see her get to this point, he gonna turn his face back straight.
Like he wasn't looking.
Like he wasn't looking.
Very closely. Boom! Right there. Play it again. You can see, she don't got 5 arms. Watch that shit. Boom! Somebody pull her back.
And play it in full time. I'm gonna keep looping it.
I saw
so
that.
See the hand. See the hand? Go back. Watch the hand. Watch the hand try to grab her. See it?
I saw that.
Kenneka's mom promised that she would continue to fight for justice when it came to her daughter. Although according to the Rosemont PD, it was simply an unfortunate and tragic accident, and the case was officially closed. But one man would take an interest in this case, and that interest would peak almost to the point of obsession. And his decision to get involved would set off a chain of events that could only be described as the domino effect. When one incident occurs, and it sets off a series of similar and related events. Zachary Stoner, aka Zach TV, was born on March 25, 1990. He came up in the Goontown area of Chicago, 105 MMG. In July of 2009, he would publish his very first video on YouTube, just showing him and his guys in Goontown chilling on the block.
Hey, and Goon Squad. Hey, okay.
It's on the beach, I'm gonna go.
Hey, okay, rolling like a roller, rolling on a roller, and I'm rolling. I forgot.
He didn't have much direction with his camera at this
Why he look like Almighty J right there? Just saying.
point. He was just recording. But in 2 short years from that point, Zach TV would find his purpose. He decided that he wanted to put a positive spotlight on his city, and he began to interview up-and-coming rappers. He wanted to show that it was more to Chicago than just gangs and violence. There was real talent in the city, and Zach TV was determined to use his platform to put it on display. This was the beginning of the drill music movement, something that was sweeping through Chicago. It would take over America, and eventually the whole world. Zach TV played a major part in that happening, going to some of the most dangerous hoods in the city, interviewing their top talent about their plans in the rap game.
Okay, so I think he's going into Zach TV and his tragedy. I may touch on his story, but for now, we're gonna leave it on Miss Kenneka. I didn't know it was a 2-part story. Maybe that's why it's so long. But I've been on this thing for about a good 53 minutes. So that was part 2 of what the hell happened to Kenneka Jenkins. It's still unsolved. So if anybody out there got any tips or other videos that I could react to see if we got any further in the case, I'm gonna do my research, but y'all gotta help me out too. Kick, Twitch, y'all out there. YouTube, y'all about to get this probably tomorrow. I gotta edit it. And it's just sad, man. It's a sad story. And I want it to be solved. Maybe by this year, give this mom some justice, a peace of mind. We still talking about your baby girl, but sweetheart, you know, we still want your daughter to have justice. And I just want my prayers and all that love and healing energy to come to you. prosper 2024. You know, everything is gonna come to a head at some point. Somebody gotta know something and see something. And with that being said, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Send me some videos to react to on my Instagram or TikTok. I am Cash K. Catch the YouTube vlogs channel, K&B TV, if you want to see vlogs, chilling, kicking in New York City vibes. Bow, you know what I mean? And send me something else. You know, it could be criminal crime TV, something on a lighter note. You know, I'll react to it. Let me know what y'all want to see, and I'm gonna produce it. But until next time, peace. I'm gonna catch you online. I'm gonna holler. I'm out. Peace.